Who that nation? How you doing? Come on in. Take a seat. Sit back. Relax. Put your feet up. Grab a drink. And let's talk Saints football. Time to keep it real. Let's go. Family, how's everybody feeling? Hope everybody's doing good. Want to welcome everybody to the show. It's your boy Dog 17, the host of the Keeping It Real Who That Sports podcast. I'll be joined shortly by the one and only legendary Coach Rock. Hope everybody's having a good evening. It's good to be here, family. It's been too long. I know it was just Friday, man, but it's been too long, man. Looking to chop it up with you guys, man. Looking to hear your thoughts as we head into the final preseason game of the season as the Saints decide on the final 53. Most of the 53 is already set. My question is, who are going to be some of those surprise cuts? Who's going to get cut that we do not expect to get cut? I don't know, fam, but we'll have to see. So with that being said, family, y'all know what time it is. Time. He's here, baby. I told you. The one and only, the legendary himself. So again, I'm Dog 17.
The legendary Coach Rock in the building, man.
And we're missing our brother tonight. We want to send our love and blessings to our brother, the professor, 504-212-CONNECT.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Get well, my brother. We'll see you soon. Coach, what's going on today, man? How you doing?
Oh, man. Long week, bro. We just had Thursday, bro. And it was a long day.
We win the Coach.
It's Wednesday. That's what I'm saying. I'm already at Thursday, bro.
Coach at Thursday already, man.
I'm already at Thursday.
Yes, sir,
man.
Coach, we got family in the chat, man. Mr. Tor, let me start the chat, man. Got to shout out my brothers. Mr. Torrey Shepard Sr., how you doing? Come on in. Thank you for being here, my brother. Be kind. How you doing? Come on in. Thank you for being here, my brother. Denise, Miss Who That Jackson. How you doing? Come on in. Randy Tatum. How you doing, my brother? Come on in. Yes, sir. Want to thank everybody for coming. Real Fine Sports. What's up, baby? How you doing, my brother? Come on in. Hey, my man, if you can, if you want to jump on, man, the links in the chat, man. Feel free to. Let's see who else we got here. Got to holler at everybody in the chat. Randy's signing that coach. All right, there you go.
What's up, Randy? What's going on, man?
Yes, sir. All right. All right. Yeah, you believe he gone? Hey, a lot of people believe he gone too, Randy. A lot of people believe he gone, brother. You know. The OG Jerry. How you doing, OG? Welcome to the show, my brother. Yes, sir. The hardest working man in podcast. You come on there playing, OG go sniff you out quick, boy. He'll cut you quick. I tell you that.
Man, I saw you had a good show with on the Hit Zone. I tuned in and checked you guys out.
Oh yeah, man. Had to go there and represent the Who That Nation and to show love to our brothers, man. That's our brothers over there at the Hit Zone. You know what I'm saying? Mr. J Hit and C Rob, man. That's family over there, man. We had a good time visiting with them. Demetrius Ramsey, how you doing? Come on in. Let's see what else we got in here. Everybody coming on in, man. Hey, family, y'all see the title of the chat tonight, man. I decided to name it that, man, because let's think about last season, the limitations that Jameis had to throw the ball to, and now this season, man, it's like, I mean, you go from your number one receiver being Callaway to now you got your number one All-Pro who'll be ready. He'll be ready. So a lot of y'all out there panicking and losing your mind. Hey, Michael Thomas will be fine. Even if he doesn't play against Atlanta, Michael Thomas will be fine. So let's not lose our mind out there, man. It's all good, family. Let me see. Who else is in the chat? Let's see. We got a real fan. My boy, real fan, man. Doing good and cool. How long will you be on for? I might be able to hop on. Hey, man, we'll be on for a while, man. Hey, just come on through, man. Whenever you get time, my brother, we here. Let's see. Tory Shepard. Yeah, Tory, facts, man. I mean, think about it. This year, when he goes under center, he looks to his left. There's Michael Thomas. He looks to his right in the slot. There's Jarvis Landry. On the outside, there's Chris Olave. Kamara's behind him. You still got Ingram. You got to improve Adam Troutman, Taysom Hill, the wild card. You know what I'm saying? Jawan Johnson, red zone threat. So most definitely, man. Things are looking up, man. Hey, man, I'm about to get Zach on, man. A real fan sports, man. Get my brother on. He's coming through the show. Me and Coach Love. Let me get Zach on, man. Real fan. How you doing, my brother? Yeah. Oh, yeah, Demetrius. Let me see. Demetrius. Oh, yeah, I can't forget about Hardy, man. That's icing on the cake, man. I mean, now, and with the experience that Hardy and Callaway got last year, man, now they will be playing a lesser role. So with them playing in a lesser role, there's less pressure on them. So now, man, they're going to be looking at what? Third and fourth string cornerbacks, maybe second string safety on them, man. They should be able to eat, man. They should definitely be able to eat. All right. What's up to my boy God of Creation? I'm gonna get you in here in a minute, my brother. I see you. Let me see. Tory says offense is stacked with weapons for Winston this year, though. Yes, sir. We are, man. It's stacked, man. And what's good about it, man? I think it was either it was Nick Underhill or Ross Jackson that I was listening to, and they said that Pete Carmichael has went to Jameis Winston and he's tailored this offense to what Jameis Winston likes. You know what I'm saying? So it's no longer fitting Jameis in this system. It's fitting the system around Jameis, what Jameis is comfortable with. You know, which makes sense. Again, as a coach, your job is to put your players in position to be successful. It's not always my way, my system, and that's what you have to do. You have to fit into my system. The great coaches, they all adjust to the talent that they have and put them in position to be successful. That was one thing Sean Payton was good at. You know, he played players to their strength. Let's see, we got what else we got on coming on in the building. Okay. I got you, my brother. I got you, real fan. I got you. With that, we'll bring our boy, God of Creation on. God of Creation, how you doing today, my brother?
Good. How you doing?
Man, we doing good, my brother. Thank you for coming through, family. How was your weekend, my brother?
It was nice. It was pleasant.
That's good, man. How's that weather up there?
Rainy. It's been raining a little bit.
Yeah, man. We've been getting that rain here in Texas too, man. Yeah, man. It was flooded the other day, man.
Oh,
It was wild. It was wild out here, man. But,
yeah, definitely.
Again, man. So, man, what you looking forward to this Friday, man?
Maybe I don't know. Maybe some starters can get a few snaps or so. You know, hopefully Jameis can get a snap or two. You know, I know they're very. Dennis Allen has kind of really not played our starters. He don't want to play starters. You know, I guess they're scared that they're going to get injured. You know, just trying to take precautions.
Right. And,
you know,
right. Go ahead, my brother. Go ahead. Yeah, I was saying with the rash of injuries going around the league, man, is it even worth it to put them out there?
Yes.
You know,
I agree with him. I agree with Coach. I think it is worth it.
And I tell you why, bro. Winston hasn't played since last year. He's got a whole new cast. And practice and game speed is two different things.
Gotcha.
And the thing is, I'm not saying that he's not going to be Jameis, but your first 3 games are division games.
Must win.
And your quarterback must click. This must win. So he needs reps, bro, on the field. If it's no more than a quarter, right? He needs to be on the field to get some reps. And that's the one thing I'm worrying about. Like, you start him the regular season, and he's out of rhythm, bro. You can't afford to lose these games.
Right.
You know so I'm hoping that he's ready to go. But I think he just should have been on the field just to get some reps in with this new receiving core. And this, like I say, practice and game speed, two different things.
Things, right?
Yeah, facts. I agree with. Oh, go ahead, my bad, Coach.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm finished. I'm just saying I think he should be out there though.
Well, you say that, and Jameis himself said he's itching to get out there. He would love to get out there and play. You know, and Coach Allen, I mean, he didn't say no. He just said we'll see. You know what I'm saying? So I think there's a chance we might see him, man, maybe for a quarter or a series or two. You know what I'm saying? Just like you said, just to get him out there, get back up to game speed, man. But no more than a quarter, man.
Yeah,
really to me, no more than a series
and
a half. Yeah,
1 or 2 series.
One or two series. That's it. Oh, if you go down and score a touchdown, good. If you drive down for a field goal, that's good too. Come out the game. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We cannot afford to have anybody significant go down. Number one Saint fan, how you doing? Come on in. How you doing, Teresa? Love you, baby. Thank you for coming through.
So we was talking about the weapons. Let me ask you guys this. Do you think the left tackle has been solidified now going into the season? Who's going to be
not really.
Go ahead. I'll let God Creation go first.
To be honest, I don't think so. I mean, James Hurst is, from what I understand, is still hurt or still dealing with a little nagging injury or whatever. So, I mean, this could end up into the first week, you know, however long, you know, Hurst is hurt for. So it could be Trevor, and, you know, having him play is not really, you know, not that bad since he is going to end up just replacing him at some point. But getting those reps for him is healthy. But who knows? He could start off good and he can keep on just improving and improving. And James Hurst never needs to come back, and he can be a fill-in, or they give James Hurst his starting role back, and then keep developing Trevor until they feel comfortable with putting him as a starter.
All right. Hey man, we about to be joined by my boy from Real Fan Sports. Yo, Zach, what up, baby? Welcome in, my brother. Thank you for coming
what's
through.
good? What's good, Dolph? What's good, Coach?
What's going on?
What's good with you, Zach?
Oh, doing good,
through, man. So, Zach, what's your feelings about Jameis playing Friday? You are you for it or you against it?
I mean, I'm for it. I mean, I've definitely been one of the people that thinks that starters should get some reps in. That's kind of why, even though as much as we don't like watching preseason, like I do not like that they took the game away and don't have the 4 games like they did, where you kind of start seeing at least your starters play at least one set of downs.
Right.
Right. I'm nervous just because he's coming off the little foot thing, but also he needs to get into action ready. I'm sure he's ready to hit the field and stuff. Get the cobwebs out on the first preseason. That way he comes against Atlanta and feels fresh, ready to go.
Right. And we got let's answer this from Demetrius. See, Demetrius said, they're not going to start the starting offensive line, so y'all want to put them out there with the backup lineman. That'll never happen. If Jameis Winston starts the first string, the number one offensive line will be on the field. So don't even worry about that, brother. There's no way in the world they'll put Jameis out there behind a makeshift offensive line.
I would be surprised if they wouldn't even bring in like Mark Ingram just to make sure that we have a good blocking running back there as well. Right.
Exactly, because that's one thing Mark is. He's a hell of a pass blocker for a running back. We about to be joined by the OG himself, Jerry Poe Jr. Get on in here, OG.
Yo!
What's going on, my brother?
Randall, Coach Rock,
What's going
Creation, Zach, how you doing? Come on in. What's good, fam?
We doing
What's good, Jerry? What's good, man?
Good. How about you, my brother?
Hey, man, all is well. Only got a couple of days to the final preseason game, but we already know we ready for the real thing on the second Sunday in September.
Yes, sir. Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Yes,
You already know what time it is.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and like I was saying, and just to kind of piggyback off Zach, man, just that whole offensive unit, man, just from the line standpoint, understanding blitz packages, understanding defensive stunts they're gonna run and stuff, having that whole unit out there, at least 2 series, man, just to, understand what's going on and everything, because like I said, we go live real soon, and just having that whole unit on that field, so everybody kind of understand, what's going on in preseason. Hey, we mess up, we kind of go back, we sit down, we talk about, what we missed, who was supposed to do this, whatever. So I'm just hoping that he does play the whole starting unit, at least 2 series, man, at least 2.
Yeah. Well, I think it goes even deeper than like just preparing, but like, in practice, we got, players go, fans go out and go watch the practices, but it's different when you're underneath those lights, when there's still those crowd, there's still some noise, it ain't going to be like a regular season game, but there's still going to be some noise and all that. I don't think I've ever seen Jerry with a cam. That's hilarious.
Even now.
But I think all that goes into it as well.
Right.
I got a question for y'all.
How you doing? Come on in. God damn, who got a blender?
That's my mother with the blender.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, she had some special creation she got going. I'm sorry, y'all.
Hey, Coach Rock, I hope it's something good, bro.
I don't know. It's one of her creations she got going, man. I'm sorry.
Now I'm making noises on my side.
Well, I bet you it's good.
I got a question for y'all.
Yes,
so
sir.
With the the little nagging injuries, I know so far Coach DA has been very open in telling us what the circumstances about injuries is, and just going off of like what Sean Payton has done in the past, I can kind of see why he didn't tell us a lot about injuries, because I see a lot of Who Dat Nation is so worried if a small injury, they're like, I seen someone say that, oh my God, since Michael Thomas got that little injury, they were like, well, I guess he's not going to be our franchise starter. It's going to be Chris Olave now. I'm just like, man, like, bro, come on, bro. Like, why people? I don't know what's up with people and being so, I don't know, schizophrenic or so always scared. But like, an injury, just because somebody get injured, don't mean they're gonna be out for a guaranteed 8 weeks, 9 weeks plus. You know what I'm saying? And people overreacting to, him tweaking his hamstring or whatever it was, and they going ballistic.
Right, it's not even that he's tweaking; it's just some tightness. So they're being, taking precautions, And like you said, I'll stay to shouts out to TJ Jones, man. I mean, he just went off the other day, man, because a lot of, like you said, a lot of members in Who Dat Nation, they were losing their mind, like it was the end of the world, man. These to me, these are the same people who were crying and upset because the man was not participating in OTAs and minicamp. They wanted him out there running routes at OTAs and minicamp. Why? Makes no doubt. Why? No. Just to say you saw him out. Why? The
for
thing
them,
is,
for flex or something. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly, dog.
It's for them.
Yeah, it makes no sense at all, man. We're interested in September 11th.
Yeah.
For all y'all who are rushing to want Michael Thomas on the field, no matter what, think back to last season. Mm-hmm. Did you like what you saw? Did you like what we had on the field?
We didn't see shit.
Huh?
I can answer that.
Answer, OG. Answer for
no.
OG. OG being nice. Hell no, you didn't like it.
No, I didn't like. No. Look, dude, I didn't like what I seen last year. I mean, dude. I'm just ready for this year. Last year is RIP right now.
Right.
This year is now, bro, because I'm tired of. Why? Think about last year.
Oh my God!
Couldn't even catch a watermelon. Offensive line was not on the same page. Got kickers can't even kick worth a shit. Excuse my French, but it's true.
Right.
Bruh.
You ain't lying. You ain't lying, OG. I definitely got high blood pressure last year.
Don't even give me the rundown of the kickers that we signed and can't even kick a
Aldrich Rosas
or a big old cantaloupe.
With that being said, OG, let me ask you something. How good did it feel Saturday night to see our all-pro kicker back on the field, man?
Oh, that 59-yarder, man.
Bruh. It felt real good to see Will Lutz, our actual kicker, our realistic Saints kicker, at full health and ready to go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Did y'all hear about the punter though? Remember the punt he had for 81 yards?
Is back for the kickoff.
Hey, check this out.
He's out of Arkansas State, and he will bring it out for New Orleans. Room to roam. Outside
here we go.
He goes. He got by Davis.
That ain't the
and
one
then
I
he's
want.
Taken down by the kicker.
That's not the one I'm trying. I'm gonna come back to Merrick in a minute, but we're gonna take him on right now.
Yeah, but with the punter
up, he's gonna make the squad, bro. That's 100%. Because not only he gonna be the wide receiver of this team, but now they got him as a running back because we let one of the running backs go and he signed with Denver. So hey,
yeah.
Oh, did he sign? He signed with Denver already?
Yeah, the Broncos picked Ozigbo up.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but what I was saying about the punter, I don't know. I think Dolph, I told you about the punt, the 81-yard punt.
Right.
Well, you know the NFL within 24 hours called him in to come drug test.
Yeah.
I heard about that.
Yeah, he put it on
Always.
Twitter. He put it on Twitter.
Yeah,
matter of
he had
fact,
to go drug test.
Hey, y'all think I got it, man. Cause we see it. I just got to see it again. Cause I ain't
Who
seen it all
decides
last
these
year.
things? Who looks at that? Oh man, 81.
I don't
He
know.
gotta get drug tests. They work out,
Yeah,
buddy.
Ain't no
They
way.
work out.
There's no way
Gilligan
humanly
got a
possible.
leg, bruh. I mean,
Right,
drug tests or not, the man
look,
got a leg.
though I feel like a lot of people in that front office ain't never touched a football a day in their life. Like they be tweaking.
DOC, you spoke my language, bruh.
No, oh my God, he kicked an impossible. Like man, bro, like it's a leg, man. He works out his legs. He kicked a 80. He better kick an 80-yard bomb.
Like I said before, Blake Thomas Morstead Jr.
9-yarder by Lutz is caught. He drills it.
Man, that field goal put the biggest smile across my face during that game, man.
Bruh.
Because I said it
actually kick a ball, Zach.
I said
Through the
during,
uprights.
during the day before the game. All I wanted to see out of Saturday's matchup was I wanted to see, or whatever day it was, I'm forgetting now. Was I want to see like a 40+ yard field goal by Lutz, and I wanted to see Olave get some touches. We got to see a Olave touchdown, and we got to see a 59-yard kick. I was like, all right, I don't even need to watch anymore. I don't care what the score is. That's good.
Right. How did Will Love get hurt again though? I forgot.
Abdominal tear? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
It was someone his abdominal.
Yes.
No, like how? No, like how did he get hurt? Like
kicking.
I think just strain. Yeah, just kicking.
He just kicked it too hard. He trying to tear his leg off, kicking with so much power.
Yeah, he doing this thing, man. But yeah, man, it feels so good to know now that when we cross the 50, we in field goal range. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? There's no more being inside the opponent's 40-yard line or 35 and punting the ball instead of going for a field goal.
That's wild.
Or just saying the hell with it, folding 9, folding 11, we're gonna go for it because I have no confidence in these kickers that I have on the roster, man.
Now,
I mean, yes, sir. What you say, OG?
I said absolutely not.
No confidence at all, man.
Ain't busting a great.
And Rojas, man, I don't know, man. Built like Tarzan and kick like Jane, I guess.
Put that dude right there along with Mario. The way he built as a lineman.
That was good, man.
Yeah, man, he built like Tarzan but kick like Jane, man. Come on, man.
Come on now.
Yeah, man, you too big, man. He remind me of the ex-Raiders kicker, man. Janikowski, but Janikowski could kick that ball though.
That's what I was about to say. Janikowski actually could.
Oh yeah,
could hit something.
Yeah. That's a future Hall of Famer right there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, to it for real, man. You know it's true, bro. You know it's true. Yeah, that's a future. You know, but yeah, man. So all right, family. So if you Jameis Winston, you break the huddle. You come to the line of scrimmage. You look to your left. Again, it's Mike Thomas. You got Mr. Everything behind you and Alvin Kamara. You got Mr. All Hands and Jarvis Juice Landry. You got a kid who's one of the favorites to win Rookie of the Year, and Chris Olave. And I'm really starting to think, just watching this kid, I can't wait to September 11th because when the Saints put that 3 receiver set out there with Alvin in the backfield and with an improved Adam Troutman at tight end, you're gonna have to pick your poison. You damn sure cannot put a linebacker on Jarvis. I mean, there's gonna be no more bracket coverage on Alvin, because if you remember last year in that Seattle game, the first half he killed them, but in the second half they started bracketing him, and so he didn't have quite the same output that he did in the first half because there was nowhere else to go with the ball, because as we all know, the receivers were not getting open on a regular basis or getting enough separation, So I mean, it's just like night and day. So, man, what are y'all thoughts about that? Real fan, I'll start with you, my brother.
Yeah, man, it's something special. It's something special. And the thing about it is that it's gonna really help out Jameis more than anything, because he's not gonna have to worry about going through 3-4 different checks as he's going through his option. Like, he's just gonna have one or two, because someone's gonna be open, they're gonna get open quick. That it's exciting. I don't even know what to say about it other than I'm just excited to see it. Like we haven't got to see it yet other than in practice. Like, I'm ready to see it in action on football Sunday and just let it rock.
Exactly. Go to creation. What's your thoughts, my brother?
Hey, I was just excited to get Michael Thomas back, but getting the extra pieces was icing on the cake. I know everybody's excited for Juice Landry, as he should be. He's very, like you said, Mr. Hands himself. But like I said, I'm really just ready for Michael Thomas to get back on that field and be number one receiver again.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
OG, what's your thought, my brother?
Oh, bruh. I'm gonna just say all of the above, bruh. I mean, offense, defense, and special teams. Glad we got Chris Olave in the draft, which was a big need for this offense. Glad to see Michael Thomas back. Glad we picked up Jarvis Landry. Got Trevor Penning. Bruh, on the offensive side, I'm excited about it. On the defensive side, I'm happy that we got the Honey Badger coming home and staying for 3 years. I mean, and this defense is going to be elite with a Debo in the back, Lattimore, Davis, Warner. I mean, Jordan, dude, it's gonna be lights out. And glad to see Will Lutz back on the scene. That the only one that could beat out of those 5 kickers from last year to the curb.
Right.
Those are the only main 3 things out of the New Orleans Saints that I'm gonna look at this year. But my main thing is, fellas, and everybody in the chat, our main thing, if we want to get back to where we need to be and back in the playoffs and going to the Super Bowl, the main thing that we have to do, family, is to watch this team stay healthy. That's the main thing from my perspective.
Right.
Just to watch this team stay healthy, no injuries, no nothing. I mean, no COVID issues, none of that stuff. I just want to see this team in full health. So that way, when we take control, once again, of the NFC South, because I'm sorry to say this, but Tampa Bay is already in deep doo-doo right now. I'm sorry.
Right,
all I can say is make it official. New Orleans Saints, 2022 NFC South champions again. I'm sorry.
Yes, sir. Don't be sorry. Talking into existence.
Unapologetic confidence.
Yeah, talking into existence, man. Yeah, talk that into existence.
Look, I don't care what the Falcons are gonna do. I don't care what the Succaneers gonna do. I could care less what the punk ass Panthers gonna do. All we care about is the New Orleans Saints getting where they need to be.
Yeah, it's gonna be a wonderful year.
Main thing, fellas, that I'm looking at this year. That's it.
All right, family. Hold on, man. My boy, Slim South 504, man. What's happening with you, baby?
You can have whatever you like.
Come on in. What's happening, man? Hey, Slim, come on, jump on with us, baby. It's been a minute since we heard from you, my brother.
Yeah.
Who else we got?
Come on in, Slim. We know we want to hear from you, bruh.
We got J Rock. How you doing, my brother? Come on in.
J Rock.
Thanks for coming through, my brother. Hey, Jay, man, I'm glad you came through, man. I don't know if you got my message, man, but last time I got off before I was able to get that message you sent me, bro. If you don't mind, man, resend it tonight, and I promise, man, I'm gonna get it tonight, bro, and I'm gonna I'll be in contact with you. But thank you for being here, family. Let's see who else we got here. From the NOLA, how you doing? Come on in.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you for being here, my brother. I
Yeah.
got St. Marcus. How you doing? Come on in.
Yes, sir.
Elite Goods, LLC. How you doing? Come on in. Oh, he's here. He's here. Ryan. Man, G, what's up, baby? How you doing? Come on in.
Hey, G.
Number one Saint fan says we have one of the hardest schedules. Facts. I think it's the the middle of the schedule, man. I mean, we play like what 4-5 straight playoff teams, man. I think we was it like I think it's what NFC North we face. I think the Bengals, do we play the Steelers?
Yep.
I believe.
We go on a stretch where we play it's like Bengals, Raiders, Cardinals, and Ravens, I think.
Right. Yeah, man.
That's the hardest part.
Bro.
Yeah, that schedule there is going to be tough,
but
man.
Hey, but the main kickoff is our 3 divisional opponents to start off the season. I mean,
I don't like that.
To me, that never happened to us before. I've never seen something like that before. Out of all these years, I've never seen a team to face the 3 divisional rivals in the first 3 weeks to open up the season. I've never seen that before, ever.
Marvin Norman, how you doing, my brother? Come on in.
I mean,
thank you for being here.
I mean, that's gonna be special right there. I mean, you got the Falcons in Atlanta, you got the Buccaneers at home, and then you got the Panthers on the road. I mean, bruh, if all goes well, like what I just said earlier, you're looking at 3-0 to start off the season. That's it.
Right.
Now let me say this: the biggest thing it's 2 things. The first thing, the biggest thing I'm looking at is with Jameis Winston is we sit in and we talk about all the weapons, Olave, can't guard Mike, and all the weapons that he has. But as a defensive minded coach, when I get off the bus, I'm blitzing. So getting him to understand his checkdowns, taking what he's given, because as a defensive coach, I'm not gonna let you sit back there. You got all them weapons. I'm not gonna give you time to throw the ball. As soon as we get off the bus, we blitzing. And will he be smart enough to understand that and just take what's given? I'm just curious to see that. Has he learned, under Coach Payton, how to just take the short, just the short yards? So that's my biggest thing, because I don't think no team is going to sit back and just let, with all these weapons we talking about, and just let him throw the ball. I'm looking for teams to do more blitzing against the Saints than you ever going to see them do against any other team because of the weapons that they have. So that's what I'm curious to see. And how does the line manage to handle these blitzes, making sure that everybody is on the same page with the line, picking up these different blitz packages. Like I said, go back to the left tackle, making sure that's solidified. Whoever is going to be hurt, or is going to be pinned. So that's one of the things. The other thing is on the defensive side of the ball. Have we really solidified the linebacking core yet? I know the kid from Ohio State, he's got an injury. So have we really shored up that linebacking staff yet? So that's the 2 things I'm just curious to really see.
Coach, let me ask you this, Coach. Why are you still feeling as though that Jameis has not learned his lesson as far as taking what's given to him?
Well, I'm saying because you're going to see more blitz packages coming, and just him, has he made the progress to understand what he's going to face? Like I said, I can't see no team that's going to sit back and not come at him, because the Saints have so many weapons now offensively. It's like you said, you pick your poison. So I'm looking for teams just to overload the line of scrimmage and just come. I mean, just come, man, because
So
Well,
let me ask you, as the go ahead, real fan. Then I'll ask mine.
Okay, I was gonna say, well, I mean, I guess when you look at our team, like you said, offense is, weapons isn't what our struggle is. Some of our question marks. A lot of us have faith in the offensive line. But that's always been my, worry. And then obviously Jameis. So like you said, you're gonna attack those two things and see how they look first. If that offensive line can't hold up, or they can only hold up for a couple series, and then we start seeing Jameis, getting scared, getting nervous, rushing, not making smart, quick decisions is what's going to affect it. So, like, I never even thought about that point until you mentioned it today. I think that is a amazing point. So, I was going to ask you something. I know Dolphins going to ask you something as well. What are some things that you think the Saints offensively need a game plan for in order to counteract, that scheme that the defense is going to send them?
The biggest thing I think just the old line, just understanding the blitz packages, who's responsible for who's supposed to pick these people up to give him the time. But I think really everything with him is going to be kind of quick, short, quick pass. Because like I say, I just don't see a team with all that. The Saints, I mean, that offense, that the receiving quarterback just going to give him. So it's really just everybody understanding their keys, where they're supposed to be, what they're supposed to do, because I think it's really going to be like a short passing game to open up the big play. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be like maybe 5 here, 4 here, 5 here, just being patient, just having the patience just to check down. And then once we get that, then the big play opens up itself. So that's the thing I was just saying about that, because I'm looking for teams just to stack the line and just come every down at him, just to see if the line is in continuity together, and plus where he doesn't get happy feet or he's not nervous, where the line is not really holding, where it makes him kind of nervous as a quarterback. So that's what
especially him coming back out, back out of the injury. I mean, even though he could, he's fine, looking good, but once you suffer an injury like that, like exactly. you don't know how you are until you get that first hit and get up off the ground. That's why a couple weeks ago when we saw Michael Thomas, get brought to the ground and then jump back up, that was like a big exhale from us to be able to be like, all right, he's cool. Like, so it's going to be interesting to see how Jameis is going to deal with that. And I'm seeing a lot of people, saying screen plays, run the ball and stuff like that. Because if they're going to be blitzing and they're going to be doing that, it's a lot of work on the defense. Right. So if we can successfully get through the first quarter, whenever they're showing all these blitz and all these crazy packages, trying to just really force through the line and get to Jameis, and we can tire him out and control the time of possession in the game, then everything else is going to open up. Because once they're tired, then it becomes easy. Right. But it's not allowing them to get ahead early.
Right. So, Coach, let me ask you this. You said that you will blitz them with all the weapons we got. You will just blitz them coming off the bus. So last year, if you was a coach facing the Saints and you knew that they were limited on the perimeter with their receivers, would you not also send the house at them?
No, because you didn't have the receiver. They just tell you your corners just locked man to man because your receivers couldn't become clear. Gotcha. And then you just drop everybody back and just play basically a zone concept because you had no receivers really could shake to get open compared to what you have now. Okay, now let's flip. Take your defensive coordinator hat off and put your offensive coordinator hat on. You the offensive coordinator, and you're expecting the team to do that, to come at you. How do you counteract that? Well, like I said, a short passing game. Just you nickel and dime them first. You just nickel and dime them. Short passes, set up screen play. You just nickel and dime. And I think Zach said once you do that, it opens up the playbook. Then once you start hitting them that, and then eventually you're gonna get that deep pass gonna become open, or that deep route gonna become open. But just to start off with, it's just nickel and dime. It's basically just playing with the house, just taking what you can get. Just setting it up. I
mean, if you could take 6-7 minutes off for the first quarter, right off the bat, your first drive, and really just inch your way up the field, wearing them big boys out on defense, you're gonna be smooth sailing. Now you want, of course, we want to win. We want to end up getting a touchdown after a long drive like that. But if you can do that, it puts you in a good spot. Because last year, I think like the most disappointing thing for me watching the games was just how many first possessions that were 3 and out, or maybe get 1 first down on, and it was like, man, It's like I'm just now ready to get excited, and then it's like, all right, we're back on defense. All right, slow game again. Let's see what's going to happen. Is our defense going to step up like they have to all year? So that's one thing I want to see change. I want to get back to that. When we get the ball first, we know we're scoring. That'd be nice.
Right. So, Coach, what about the running game in that situation? I mean, because if a team is blitzing the house, all it takes is one. Mainly a lot of times to make one person miss, and you're in that secondary.
Well, I mean, if they're bringing the house, you're not gonna be able to run the ball. The biggest thing your back can do is like a middle screen, where he just lets the D line just go by him, and he sets up a middle screen, sets up kind of screen plays to kind of get it going. But just running, I mean, you're not going to, because everybody's stacked at the line of scrimmage.
Right.
So you're not going to be able to run it. So you got to kind of set it up like with middle screens, little screens with your back, tight end screens. Kind of, you got to open it up. You got to
slow. So basically, you're running your screen concept basically to slow down the rush, to keep them honest. Basically,
yeah. I mean,
honest. Okay.
If you go a middle screen, just let that whole line just come, and you just drop it over their head to Kamara or Ingram. Man, that's a big play right there in itself. That could possibly go to the house just itself. So it's a lot of little plays you can do, but I don't see no team just going to sit back and you look at Olave, you look at Hasty, you look at Callaway, you look at all these weapons, Kamara, you look at Taysom Hill, and say, hey, we just going to sit back and play zone concept with all these weapons. And you got one of the best receivers that can break zones and understands the intermediate routes in Landry, you know what I'm saying, and play a zone concept. I'm looking for them to stack the line and just come heavy, to disrupt all the timing of these plays, man, and make Winston feel very uncomfortable in that pocket.
Right.
And once he settles in and he handles that, I think the rest of the game as it goes, it kind of opens up for him where, you get to kind of do more things. But I just don't see, just me being a coach, I just couldn't sit back and say, man, look at all this. It's like, who the hell do we stop? So right. I'm coming. I'm coming, man, because this is the only way I can disrupt the timing. This is the only way possibly could slow this up and everything. You know what I'm saying?
I like how you said that. As a coach, I'm not going to look at it and be like, oh, who am I going to stop? It's like, nah, this is who I'm going to stop. Like, this is going to be the game plan. Right. They're going to come up with a game plan to stop somebody.
Right.
No coach is going to be like, oh, well, they got good weapons, so we'll just play, whatever, cover 3 the whole time, just let it rock.
Right.
So last year was basically stop Kamara. We're gonna take Alvin out and we go handle everybody else. Can't do that this year.
No,
because everybody else this year will eat. You know what I'm saying? So they can't do that this year. And first, let Coach, let's shout out Marvin Norman, new member to the family. He just subscribed. Welcome to the family, Marvin. Thank you for coming through. And basically, Coach, he's a coach too. He's been saying the same thing you were saying. Screens to slow down that blitz, and he also said wide receiver screens also.
Yeah.
Yeah,
man.
Right. So with cut down day coming this weekend, family, what surprise cut do you guys suspect? Who do you think is going to get cut that's going to surprise us?
Well,
OG, I'm gonna start with you.
Yeah, don't start with me.
Well,
I say surprise, OG. There ain't gonna be no surprise, OG. I know what you're about to say.
You already read my mind, Randolph.
I say surprise, man. The whole
Traquan Smith.
I'm gonna tell y'all what.
There you go.
If he make this team, I'm doing a special pop-up podcast. I ain't announcing nothing. I'm just coming on. If Traquan made this damn team, A lot of y'all, I bet not hear y'all cheering for him. If he catch a touchdown, if he do anything, I bet not hear y'all saying
keep that same energy.
Yeah, keep that same energy that y'all had.
But Dolph, I gotta come in, bro.
I know,
Traquan is a great receiver. It's just him being consistent, bro.
Right.
He's not consistent. He's not a bad receiver. Yeah, he's not bad.
Wait, hold on. What's good about him?
He can produce.
I mean, if he's great when it's show on the field.
I'm not gonna say nothing bad about the man. I can't.
The man is in the league, man. The man in the NFL.
Yeah, I can't say nothing about
him. So is Ian Book, but you know what I'm saying. Look how great that is.
You can't.
You know what I'm saying? Like what? I mean,
bro,
you don't get no.
Make that two surprises right there that'll get cut. Because after looking at Ian Book the last couple of weeks, my God, bro, dude,
I say it's a.
They're gonna put him on the practice squad though.
Fellas, let me say this right here. When I had a feeling that they're gonna put Ian Book in the second game against Green Bay, you know, in the back of my mind, in the back of my head, saying, "Oh Lord, why did they put this man up in here? You could have did better putting Andy Dalton up in there." And he looked good in his first series when he played against Houston. I mean,
I was more mad they didn't give your boy Costello a chance.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say, Zach. Yeah,
I get it.
Well,
but he's not in college no more, bro. He is in the pros, bro. The NFL. This ain't college, bro. You in the next level, man. You gotta step your game up.
Right. Let's also forget that Traquan was also dropped a wide open touchdown in the end zone against second, third string guys. Like that's terrible.
So let me ask y'all.
Man, he a loser.
If he catch that pass, y'all mentality is totally different.
No,
because it seemed like me. A lot of people basing how y'all feel off that one pass he dropped.
No, it wouldn't change. I'll still say he sucks ass.
All right, keep that same energy when sucking.
Man, I kept that same energy like a Kamehameha wave last year, man. He ain't do nothing, bro.
Hold on. Even Marvin on Traquan. Marvin, if Traquan made the team, I'm passing out.
Right.
Well, hey man, you better get your defibrillator ready.
Lay somewhere soft.
Hey, look. You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? The best thing about Traquan's is his blocking. That's the craziest part. The best thing Traquan does is blocking. As a receiver, he's better at blocking than receiving. That's how good Traquan is, man.
The man has made tough catches. Now he will go across that middle.
Let me ask you guys this, man. I noticed we all gave Book a low grade. But evidently the Saints see something in him because they didn't give Costello a chance. They released him. So it looked like Book is going to probably be the third string. Yeah, they released him.
Yeah. Because
when they do that,
they look like they're going to make Book practice squad. But, I mean, what we saw is look like he should have been on the nearest Amtrak leaving out of New Orleans, but evidently the Saints see something in him, to keep him around. Seem like he's gonna go to practice.
I know what it is, Coach. I know what it is. He must be doing favors around the facilities or something. You know what I'm saying? He must be rubbing people's back, getting somebody a fresh cold beer. You know what I'm saying? Out the refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? He's probably making sure equipment's all right, man. He one of those guys because it damn sure ain't anything he producing on the field.
Nah, hey, hold on. Nah, bro, you can't just be in the chat, bro. You got to come on in here.
Yeah,
Hoodie, bro.
Zach, what you think, Zach, of that with Book, man?
Hoodie!
Yeah.
Yo, what's good, Hood? Man,
the hardest working man. Now you know he want to come on in.
Oh, I know. I'm surprised he wasn't going live. I was waiting for the text from Hoodie earlier today. But man, when it comes to Book, man, I'll tell you this. Like, right once they said he was going to be starter, and like they didn't pull him in the third, and then didn't pull him in the fourth. I'm like, man, I was like, they are not giving these other wide receivers and stuff a chance right now. Like, I felt bad for the wide receivers more than I felt for Book.
Right.
I mean, this dude, you know,
he risking their career.
It sucks. I couldn't get I guess I need to go get NFL League Pass, whatever the heck they call it, so I can get different angles of different plays and stuff. But there was like 2 or 3 clips that they had where they showed, down the field whenever Book was like scrambling on the run and doing all these different things where there are guys wide open, dudes jumping, swinging their arms, throw it to me.
Not to cut you off, Zach.
And he has the ball up and he's pump faking, but he's just not throwing it. And I'm like, dude, throw the ball, man. Like,
he playing football like he Doodle Bob out there. Y'all remember Doodle Bob, man? He playing like he playing like he got like rocks for brains, man. He don't know how to play football. I'm sorry, I don't know what the hell got him into that shit. Cause I to be honest, man, whatever got him in there, that shit ain't there no more.
The Saints saw something in him. They're gonna keep him around and put him on the back.
Yeah, like I said, he must be rubbing somebody back good, bro. He doing something. Favors.
I do like Marvin's point right here that you just highlighted about Traquan. I know we kind of moved forward a little bit, but it was a great opportunity for him last year, and like him not succeeded in that. Like he came in, and I think we put a lot of expectations on him to be that veteran wide receiver, come back and play amazing, and he just dropped the ball like literally and whatever.
Actually dropping the ball.
What's the day? The day is Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
Don't put me on that day, man.
I got the Friday, man. This is my last few hours, Traquan, to talk up for you, brother. Cause right now I think the whole Houdat Nation wants you out of here, bro. But
hey, look,
let me for the last time.
Look, I've already said it, and people think I'm crazy. I'd rather Traquan over Callaway just because I think Callaway's too soft. I've said it time and time again.
Oh my God. Hey, look, crazy part is
he good in preseason.
He's soft, but at least he actually was catching some shit. Traquan could be the hardest guy out there on that field. He ain't catching shit. I don't care about how soft you can be soft like wet toilet paper, man. Hey, he was producing more than
100 times when he gets his
catch. But who produced more? Who produced more? The soft guy or the hard body guy?
Did, but we don't need
one
of them to produce.
That's all we need to know.
We just need.
I don't think Callaway is gonna make the team either.
Look, I ain't gonna lie. If Callaway don't make the team, he need to run his fade with Traquan. He need to run his fade with DA because there ain't no way in hell he getting paid less and he produced more. Bruh, if Traquan makes his team, it's only because they like him as a person. It's nothing to do with how good he is. It's nothing to do with no other ability besides the fact he's a familiar face. If Callaway he should file a lawsuit against the New Orleans Saints if he gets cut before Traquan Smith, shitty booty ass.
All right.
I think Jay Rock just touched what I was about to say when I was talking about Callaway. I think Merritt makes that spot, bro. And what's the other kid from here went to Dixon. I think those two some kind of way gonna make those two spots, bro. So I don't see Traquan, and I really don't see Callaway coming back.
Well, when you look at young talent and stuff like that, right after you get Pat, like you got to decide as a coach and as an organization, what's your bubble? Like, at what point do they eclipse the, where you think they need to be skill wise, where they're worth signing again, or is it ready to just bring in new guys? And now that we have depth at wide receiver, it's almost like worth getting rid of some of the guys that we just know what they are. They're not going to get much better. They're going to be that, and take some chances out on some younger guys that might be able to bring in a new
right.
It might not be this year, but it could be next year, the year after.
Right.
I definitely agree with that. I just don't like how long he been with us, Traquan? Like 5 years? Was it 4 or 5, something like that?
5, yeah. So
see, at that point, you got
the man that do nothing good,
bro. He ain't doing nothing good enough. You know what I'm saying? Like you took a 3rd round pick. We need a third round
pick. He is not a number 1. He's a 3rd round pick.
Exactly. Right? A 3rd round pick is good. That's a good pick. You're not trash if you're 3rd round pick. 3rd round pick, we gonna need that back. So some compensation. because whatever he has done hasn't been significant. It's been bare bones, and people be like, "Well, people are being too hard on everybody's expectation." Like, man, shut that shit up, man. Hey, look, if he's out there on that field, I don't give a damn if he's first, second, third, fourth.
So
if he's on that field,
so
he
when
needs
he
to
caught
produce.
that touchdown last year against Atlanta, what you were saying when he caught that touchdown against Atlanta?
He finally caught the ball.
Yes, no,
right, exactly.
What he do? Catch no ball. Nah, man, look, the man, you can want him gone, man, but we not about. I'm not about to send the man out like that, man. I'm not about to send him out like that, man. Y'all, Traquan is y'all need to go back and watch tape, bro.
No, we need to go back 3 years ago.
Balls all over the place. Y'all letting y'all bias, man. Cloud
no, hey, hold on, though. How we got biased though? If he been with us. If he been with us for 4 years, how we got biased, man?
Brother, you just say third round. Like
third
he's
round.
a first round pick.
Third round's good. You act like third round booty.
Hey guys,
that's what
let me come in on this. Stop with this first, second, third round picks, man.
No matter.
Draw all that out. Draw all it out because at the end of the day, it's just a pick.
Right.
At the end of the day, they are professionals, man. You got to go out there and perform. It's a job. And I think a lot of people get caught up in this mystic of, well, he was a third round. We don't expect nothing. It was just a pick. That was don't put him in that category. You know what I'm saying? It's just somebody went first, somebody went second, and they picked him third. But at the end of the day,
for a reason,
they all equal, bro.
No, that's not always.
No. Hey, hold on, though. I gotta disagree with y'all.
Hold on. Everybody one at a time. We'll go guard.
Go ahead, Zach.
We'll go Zach. Then we'll go coach. Go ahead, guard.
So what I was about to say is we can't act like they're all equal. We can't do this equality. Not, man. They ain't all equal, man. I'm sorry. You get the privilege of being first, second pick, third pick for a reason, because of what work you produce. There's a reason why you are the number one pick in the draft. There's a reason why you didn't get drafted, and it's because of your talent. Now you can upgrade yourself. Not saying you can't, be better than a first rounder. Not saying you can't be better than, a second, third, or anybody that got drafted and you didn't get drafted. But there is a point to where it's like at that current time you got picked, they did more for everybody else to see the coaches and all these other NFL minded people that know about the sport and study. If you catch their odds and the other person don't, then there's a reason. It's not because, oh well, you were equal and we just like him. But it's like, no, because the dude is better than you. It's okay for somebody to be better than you.
I'm gonna let Zach go. Then I'm gonna come back and get you on out.
All right. Basically, what I was gonna say is the way I look at it is it's just moving up in level. Like it's moving up in levels. You start, at your Pete Warner or Pop Warner, whatever it is, and then you get into high school. Once you go from high school, you get accepted into a college. It starts over. If you can play good at college, there's small school teams that players come out and get drafted. And then right once you get into the league, it's a restart. It don't matter if you're first, second, third, seventh, undrafted. It don't matter. It's a restart because you got a chance. A lot of people out there just want a chance. Once you got a chance, it's how you perform. Right. So that's why I don't like the whole look at what draft pick, what round they came in, what their number was. Like they got in, and so now it's what they made while they're in. Now, did he make the best of what he did? No, I don't think so. I don't think he made the best of what his chance was. But it's the same thing when you look at Kevin White. That dude was drafted high. He had a great career in college.
Right.
Dude got his 10th catch last year for it don't make sense.
Right. So I'll exactly say, let's go back to what you said about that. What was Tom Brady drafted at? What round?
I forget the number. I know it was late.
7.
It was like 7.
No, I mean, if you go back and look at most of your Hall of Famers, half of them won first round picks. They were 4th, 5th, 6th, And then most of them didn't even come from major Division I schools. They played at small schools. So that's why I say throw them numbers away, man. Don't get caught up in that first, second, third round because it's just like Zach said, man. It's a reset button, you know, and it's what you produce. Because when you go back and look, there are a lot of guys that wasn't the first, wasn't second. They were third, fourth, fifth, sixth rounders.
Now I know like there's more undrafted free agents than undrafted rookies than anything in any rounds. But when you look at the Hall of Fame, there's more undrafted players than drafted players, or than first round picks.
Right.
Yeah, but that's also counting the fact that like the young age of football. It's not the young age of football compared to now are two different things. A person being a first rounder way back during football is different from a person being a first rounder now because of the level of play is much higher. There's more talent. There's not a huge gap to where, oh my God, this guy's Michael Jordan, and then oh my God, this person's just a nobody. You have people. The margin of error is so small. That's why they say any given Sunday, and you can't underestimate these people because everybody is playing at an elite level. The margin of error is so small to where you being a first, the number one pick with you being the last pick of the first round, there's only a small gap on your skill, and depending on the person, you can just become much better than another. So it's very different.
I'm gonna counter that, man. First of all, St. John Butler, how you doing? Come on in. Thank you for being here, my brother. Well, first of all, what you say? Like, what you say? Not for long. What you said?
On what?
When you were just talking, I'm trying to remember the phrase you said what the league stands for. But anyway, I think you're underestimating. Yeah, not for long. Yeah, not for long. I think you're underestimating what type of athletes that were played in the past. You know what I'm saying? To today's athlete. Yeah, a lot of today's athletes are bigger, faster, stronger. But
that's how humans evolve.
Yeah, we evolved, but the game has evolved. But believe me, there are some guys who played back in the past that can play now.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that's not the case. I'm saying overall, if you take everybody that tried to get a chance undrafted and drafted players, overall people are going to be stronger and faster and more physical and all these other things because the level of competition.
There's a bigger skill gap now, is what he's saying. He's like because of how training has excelled and stuff like that.
I disagree with that because if you look at your first rounders, Saquon Barkley, the Giants, they're looking almost to move on from. There's a lot of these kids.
He's still playing with them
this year.
There's a lot of first rounders that ain't really. I mean, we could go on from each team that are really not producing. Is mostly your third rounders, fourth rounders, even fifth rounders that the real contributors. So when you say it's a real drop, it's really not because how many first rounders can you name that have really came out of college the first round and really produced in the last 3 years?
I don't have an excellent memory, so I couldn't tell you even if there was that. So
not a whole lot.
Right.
And that's not what I mean just by that. I'm just meaning as far as back then football wasn't as super huge back then. So would it not be super huge?
When you say back then, what is back then?
Like 1940s, around that time.
Oh, hell,
1950s.
None of us was alive.
I don't know.
It was 1950s.
Damn,
Hey,
boy,
let me get my great granddaughter.
I'm not talking about like.
I thought
I'm
you
not
gonna
talking.
say. I thought
Well,
you gonna
no,
say
I'm not talking about
89,
because that's not far
1940,
back.
not
Not
1940.
he's talking about the history of the
No,
Hall of Fame. I get
all
what
right.
I got you. I
Because
got you.
he talked about the Hall of Fame. He said Hall of Fame. He didn't
Oh,
say what
okay,
era.
okay.
He said the
Oh,
Hall of Fame. So that's what I was going based off of.
oh, okay.
Is a lot of those people in the Hall of Fame are from those old times to where we weren't even born, and if we were, you was a little baby. So,
Now, I mean,
you
you
know
don't have to go that far back. You could look at present moment Hall of Fame was just
no,
cast
that's what I'm
next to
saying. The president, like 90s and 80s, there's not a big difference between now. Obviously, there's a difference, but it's not like a super huge difference. That's why I wasn't saying like the 90s and 80s because there's not much of a difference between then and now.
The only point I was making, man, like throw these numbers away: first round, second, third round, and who's supposed to produce. It's like once you hit that college, it's a reset. And then you have to also look at a lot of stuff be political. Sometimes kids get drafted for. There's a lot of play. Don't mean they necessarily that great skill level. You know, it's a lot of other elements go into that. And I can really get into that from the coaching standpoint of why some of these kids get drafted first round and they never even produce. So it's not so much their skill sets, bro. It's just that, you know, we've just got to get out that concept where he's a third or fourth rounder and this is all we expect out of him. No. If he's a third or fourth round, I expect the same out of him as I do that first round I picked.
Yeah,
right.
I
do too.
See a lot.
Oh, my bad. I was about to say I do too. It's just that. So, like I said, you know how Dolph was talking about, you know, Traquan, you know, he was a third rounder, you know, it was not like he was a first or stuff, you know, things like that. I'm like, you know, I expect the same thing. I want him to produce as if he was, you know, a starter or starting caliber, you know. The pick necessarily doesn't mean it's not the end all be all, but I will say it does matter, you know, because if it didn't matter, there wouldn't be the NFL wouldn't make it a whole big deal if it didn't matter at all.
What
And
you
then
mean,
if it didn't,
the first and second round and all that? That's what you mean?
yeah, the draft in general, you know, when you taking
TV
people
and
like
money, man. That's what TV and money. They got to build that up to make money.
Well, also, even the coaches, you know, when you'll have it to where the first three picks are set in stone. Like, you know what I'm saying? You'll know where a dude's about to go if they're the first pick or second or third pick of the draft, because it's like, well, we know how, you know that's one of the most, you know, one of the most talented players of that draft. So a team is most likely having an early pick is going to go for the most talented player.
Right. Hey man, let me answer. Let's answer this, man, because I'm seeing Marvin and Derek L, man, and it's they're discussing about Kurt Merrick, about the switch from wide receiver to the running back room. When I look at them making this switch, I'm looking at them saying we got to find a place for this kid to be on this team. Right now, I think they're searching for a way to keep him on this team. I don't think he's a lot, because so what them moving him from the wide receiver room was telling me that he wasn't gonna make the squad as a wide receiver. To me, their minds made up, and I think what happened was he had an opportunity to make the team, to make their decision harder Saturday night. But when he missed that pass, that deep pass, one of the decent passes that Book threw all night, when he missed that pass, to me, that was his opportunity to possibly make the team or to make their decision harder. So to me, them moving him to the running back room is them saying, we see something in this kid that we really don't want to let him go, because if we put him in waivers, I don't think he's going to clear waivers. I don't think we'll be able to bring him back to the practice squad. What's y'all thought on that?
Hey, guys.
Let's hear Jerry. We haven't heard Jerry in a while. What you think on
what you say, OG?
Jerry?
OG,
no,
you there?
Listening.
OG.
Well, OG probably busy doing his rounds. Man, when I like how you man, I forgot about that missed deep ball pass that he had. Now, everyone's saying he should have caught that. That is a much harder catch than what it looked. That's over the shoulder. He's having to spread out. It's just a shame he didn't get his dang hands together. It went straight through the bread basket, man. It went straight through the bread basket. And I think his biggest opportunity with last week's game was, like I said, he got open a good bit of times for Book, had a couple of receptions, but he was also open a lot of times that Book just didn't see him or didn't get to him. So I know they were watching that. He was one of those guys I saw in a couple plays that he was wide open and just Book didn't see him. I was nervous whenever he muffed that. I think it was either a punt or the kickoff, whatever it was, right before they put Tony Jones back there, and I thought that was going to be some trouble for him. Mm-hmm. But they obviously see something special in him. It's not often you see him like make adjustments and move positions this late in training camp, in preseason, for undrafted rookie like that.
Right, exactly. God creation, what's your thought on that, my brother?
You said what?
What's your thought about that, about Kurt Merritt?
I don't know. I guess they did feel like he, try to get him on the spot, get him on the team, because if the team is willing to, switch your position and, instead of releasing you, that just means you probably have some type of talent that they feel like they need or they want to utilize. So, sure, I best of luck to him, but I don't know. Me personally, what I'm saying, everybody's irrelevant but the starters. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't no starter, I don't care about you. But you know what I'm saying? But yeah.
It's like
Kirk did play running back in high school for Destiny.
Right. Yeah, he did. He was a former running back. But if you step back and you look at the wide receiver room, and my thing maybe is this: did they move him from wide receiver to the running back room because they do not want to let Rashid Shaheed go? Think about it. We haven't even. He was healthy. We didn't even see him. They didn't even put him out there to return a kick at all. Maybe they know what they have and they don't want to expose him. So could they have moved him? Yeah, I think he dressed. Yeah, I think he dressed Saturday, man. So I mean, there's variables to what their reason to behind this. Like Dennis say, the more things you can do, the more valuable you are to the team. But if you crunch the numbers and start looking in the wide receiver room, I think as a wide receiver, I think he's done more in the preseason games than Dixon has. So all those two, if any one of those two were to make the team, I personally think it's Merritt. I think he's acquitted himself a little better in the games than Dixon. But evidently maybe the coaches feel another way, So what's your thought on that, Coach?
I think with Dixon and Merritt, I wouldn't be surprised to see them start the last preseason game in the Dome and kind of feature them more. And just based off their performance, they just solidify their role on the team or possible practice squad. I think this last preseason game is going to play a big part in both of them on what's the next move that the Saints make with them.
So do y'all think either one of those kids make it through waivers to get claimed back to the practice squad? So matter of fact, help me to understand this. I know they can protect four players from the practice squad. Can you automatically?
I think it's a little more than that. Let me see.
It's a little. Yeah, check that out. So, and also look up to see if it's do they also have to clear waivers before they protect them, or can they protect those four or however many number they are before they release them? That way they won't have to worry about the possibility of losing them to another team.
All right. Okay. So it is. So each Tuesday they're able to designate 4. So it was 4. What was the other question?
So with those 4 that they're able to designate, do they also have to clear waivers, or can they just designate those 4 offhand? That's the question. Let me see more. What Marvin said. Yeah, football started in 1920. The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Well,
Can you guys give me opinions on what the linebacker chart might look like? I got mine. I know my list. I'm gonna go with.
I'm trying to look through it without having to read too much. The first thing I see is players with less than 4 years experience in NFL are waived and subject to waiver claims by other team. And then let's see. If
they clear it, then they can go to the practice squad.
Right. So I think
4 years or less. He said though that's key.
Yeah, 4 years or less. Mm-hmm. So let's see, and then it says, "Oh shoot, now I lost it." You know, you love when those ads just randomly pop up on these websites.
So if that's the case, just hypothetically saying, if that's the case, they can put Traquan on the practice squad, and we won't have to worry about him on the 53. Because I think you said with 4 years or less, they had to be subject to clean waivers.
Right. You're right, though. Yeah.
I'm right. Okay. So
yeah, he does need to be on the practice squad.
Right. So J-Rock, right now, J-Rock, these are my line. If they keep my linebackers, Demario Davis, Pete Werner, Caden Ellis, Eric Wilson, John Bostic, Andrew Dewell. Those are the 6 linebackers I see them keeping right now. I don't think Chase Hansen makes the team because the same reason Chase Hansen never makes the team. He's always hurt.
I think personally they're going to be looking at the waiver wire, who gets cut. Don't be surprised if they make a trade. If they could make a trade, get a decent linebacker, give up a low pick, giving up a low draft pick or whatever. But I think they're gonna be on the waiver wire, final cuts. I think they're gonna bring some more linebackers in and look at me personally.
I want to kind of pitch in here.
Shout out to the NOLA Bros. What up, baby? Thank you for coming through. Yeah, go ahead, Creation.
I want to kind of pitch in here, since I know we like having like 2 linebackers out there a lot. Man, the second person they need to bring in needs to be, above average, man. I don't want to, what I'm saying, I don't want somebody come in there and this damn balls getting thrown right on top of their head. They letting slants right, right, going right past them. They can't tackle. You know what I'm saying? I fear for the mistake of us just not getting another linebacker, which we thought we was chilling. Then DeMarco gets hurt. Then Quan wants a bag, which he does not deserve. He wants a bag, so he goes with the Jets. It's a bad situation we're in, and Pete Werner's hurt. God damn it, Pete. We're in the. It's like, God damn, man. We need to trade for somebody that's gonna be good. I don't want no rusty, dusty ass, lame, unknown guy out there on the field. Just I don't know what the hell he's doing. He's not used to anything, man.
Why trade for someone when a lot of players are about to get released? I mean, a lot of family members, a lot of us wanted Kenyon Drake. Kenyon Drake is now free. The Saints have not contacted Kenyon Drake. I'm just saying. A lot of times they don't see what we see, and that's for good reason. You know what I'm saying?
All right, I'm fine with the whole Kenyon. We don't get Kenyon Drake, but we definitely need another linebacker since Pete, soft body ass, can't stay healthy. Soft ass nigga, he can't seem to stay healthy.
We just bought in a linebacker. We got John Bostic and Eric Wilson.
John Bostic, man, get those.
Who you want, bro? Who you want? Roquan?
Roquan Smith, exactly.
What you gonna give up for him? What you gonna give up for him?
A first and a fourth.
Man, ain't no way I'm getting up for first for him.
How old is he?
Don't care. I'm not getting up a first for him. Bro.
I'm going the first and a fourth, man. A first and a fourth.
God creation. I love you, my brother, but I'm so damn glad you're not the GM of this team.
Hey, look, hold on, though. Look at this, though. You say, all right, you say that until we get out there on the field and you got Chris Godwin doing damn crossing routes in the middle of the field doing his damn Dougie, you know, like he always does.
And PJ will be right there to cut them legs.
Man, he gonna stiff arm the fuck out of PJ. Oh my God,
he ain't stiff arm last year.
Hey man. Yeah, you ain't lying.
Get on my dog PJ now. PJ done improved. Look at old PJ.
Man,
now.
PJ improved shit. No, he made a low tackle and hurt the man. That's all he did. He ain't.
You about to say he hurt your boy. Go ahead. I understand. He hurt your boy. Go ahead. Y'all was just.
Nah, I ain't my boy.
That was about to come out your mouth. You had to get yourself.
No, I was about to say the man. He hurt that dude. That's it. He ain't do nothing special, man. He was getting cooked the whole time. All so right, like who I don't want no average Mojo Jojo out there on that field that's worth $2 million a year. Like, you are ass. Like, get the hell out of my field. You need to be somebody that I'm like, oh so yeah.
Let me ask you this: do you think it matters the environment you in, the team you with? The coaches you with, the scheme you in.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying, man. You have to, as a player,
but we don't got time
to situation.
As a Super Bowl team, we don't got time to wait for nobody's fucking hidden trait to come in. Oh man, his hidden trait and Matt, this ain't fucking man. We don't got all this time to
think about this. He might come in and he might not fit in the locker room.
Who cares is he producing on that field?
Yeah, but see,
well, then that don't matter. It did not matter.
Yes, it does matter.
He can fight and he can fight, swing, everything as long as he producing on that field. Do not care. He better figure out how to get along with the team. You figure something. Y'all grown men. Y'all ain't kids. Y'all can figure some shit out,
man. Roquan's a great player. He's a very good player. I think a lot of times we fall in love with the name too, man. But it has to be the right fit, man. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean the right fit? How is he not the right fit?
We're not desperate for linebackers right now.
Yes, we are. Who our second linebacker?
Caden Ellis.
That booty. Get the
Caden Ellis.
Man, get his trash ass average Mojo Jojo.
Anybody not starting, you call him trash. So who else trash on the team? So every backup on the team trash.
Yes.
We should get rid of all the backups.
No, you don't get rid of them. They just a backup for a reason. They back it up. They support. They ain't the main staple. They're support. Oh man, our starter. Oh my God, Michael Thomas got hurt. Some random guy jump on this field, man. We need you until he comes back. Then you have to go right back to that.
You're wanting to replace Pete Warner. Is what you're trying to say? Like that? That's what you're.
No, I'm not want to replace him, but he hurt, man.
I feel that. But that's what I'm saying. Like, so you're saying like you don't care like necessarily who the backup is. You're talking about like starters. You don't want to bring in no backups, no scrubs. You want to bring in new starters. So do you want to replace Pete Warner? Do you want to trade Do you want to trade Pete Warner and a draft pick to grab somebody like Roquan?
No, I don't want to trade Pete Warner because for all we know, after he's done with this injury, he can turn out to be that man like he was when he wasn't injured. It's just if we're gonna have since we run a lot of linebackers, we run more than one linebacker a lot of the times.
Want to run two linebackers?
Yeah, we run two linebackers. So if we're running two linebackers a lot of the time, then we need somebody that has confidence enough to go out there and play for a good amount of the time. And if we have somebody average, guess what? Y'all remember we just talked about it. Mm-hmm. We don't have no easy ass schedule. We ain't going against Falcons and the Panthers for 18 weeks. We know we got to go against some demons. So hey man, hey, if he can, prove himself, then that's cool. But if he can't, then you gotta easily fall your ass back and you gotta get replaced. We gotta find somebody who can do it.
Read that.
Oh yeah, he was cooking CD.
All right. And I love.
No, I noticed it. I'm like, God damn, he can't guard nothing. And I was like, oh, thank God PJ did us a favor by taking that man's knees out because he was about to drop 200 on us or something. It was gonna be ruthless.
And here's what Marvin's putting up. Marvin said, unfortunately, they made Key Traquan. He extended his contract 2 years, 4.5.
Oh my fucking
$3 million
God.
guaranteed.
That was a waste of fucking money. That's why we always in cap hell, man. We giving money to goofies, man. How does Traquan deserve $4 million? I'm pretty sure everybody on this podcast, everybody on this podcast is a more harder worker than Traquan Smith, man.
It's only 3 games.
Whatever they pay you, whatever they want to pay you, that's what you worth.
He ain't worth that, man. He worth bullshit.
Yeah,
they gonna figure.
PJ ball last year. The difference in PJ was the coach and Chris Richard. He's been playing better since Coach Richard showed up. That's facts.
Yeah, I didn't say he was bad. I just said that he was getting killed.
Let's get some of the family in the chat, man. They're making some good observations, man. They got some good questions and stuff, man. God, you talking just to be talking right now. Rose City say Marvin, let's go. Marvin says, agreed. I'm gonna laugh out loud. Ron says, God of creation. Oh man.
That's fun.
We gotta love the family, boy. Yeah. Let's watch our language. Real talk. You know, he just got a little hype there. He that's family, you know. All right. I like Bostic, Wilson, and Hanson. I'm gonna have to disagree with Hanson though. I like Bostic and Wilson. I don't understand how y'all just overlook Caden Ellis, man.
Bostic. Who's that?
Player. John Bostic, who they just signed.
What does he play? What position he play?
The position you just been screaming about, linebacker.
Linebacker? Oh wait, hold up. Can I say this real quick though, Dolph? On a serious note, I'm gonna be serious this time. I'm gonna be 100% serious.
Right. Hey man,
look, role players are important.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you need role players because you can't always have starters on your team because they cost money. You know, and sometimes you need people to come in and fill and be pretty good. And like we see with CD, he's been he's been a great role player, but now he's playing so good that we can't even consider him a role player anymore. And now he wants his money. So yes, role players are important, but for a linebacker, as somebody who, matter of fact, I will even ask y'all, you know, one of the most important positions is linebacker on the defense, you know, outside from like your corners, you know what I'm saying, your secondary. Linebacker is one of the most important roles. And if somebody can get away with, well, we're gonna attack the middle of the field, have DeMario, doing some other stuff, have him distracted and attack the other linebacker that's out there on the field, because they may be good, but they're not, good enough to guard a Chris Godwin or Darren Waller or Mark Andrews, saying like, right. You need people to come in, especially at linebacker, and be more than just okay, because okay can only get us so far.
All right.
We talked about the. I'm sorry, Dolph.
No, you good.
I talked about that a little bit last week about the whole like linebacker situation. Like I don't know too much about our depth players. I haven't gone back and checked too much out on their film and stuff. But the one thing is that our linebacker core like works around like our defensive captain being Demario Davis. Demario Davis can be able to make other players look good. It's not like we need that guy that's next to him to be ridiculously great. The way we do things. We try to funnel things into the middle that puts the linebackers into good positions to be able to tackle and be able to slow down those run games in the inside. One thing we struggle with is what I'm most curious to see on how DA is going to adjust to it, especially since we're playing so many mobile quarterbacks this year, being, Mariota, Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray,
Jalen Hurts,
and all them guys.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. It's how he's going to adjust with moving those linebackers into the right place whenever we're playing against these more mobile quarterbacks. But, for the most part, whoever's back there, as long as they know how to, they don't even have to be able to tackle the guy. As long as they can slow him down to where we can team tackle, which is something that we do really good, like they'll be all right. It's going to be in those games where we have the mobile quarterbacks that's going to be the problem, in that our linebackers are going to have to step up and contain and control, their movement.
Let me plug in too that I heard nobody really said, and he did at LSU. The honey badger, man, can slide in from that safety and come up in that box and help filling at that linebacker too, especially with May back there in the secondary. There are schemes where you can slide him in to also play like that outside linebacker and play some coverages that actually a linebacker would play.
Yeah, that would definitely be a great help. But
I think last week they actually my bad, God. I was gonna say I think last week or 2 weeks ago during practice they actually had Matthews stepping up and they set up some packages for him to do like some blitz and have him in that box. So they already know. So that has been talked and has been figured out.
Right.
Go ahead, guy.
Right. And I was just gonna say that, yeah, you don't have to be the best at linebacker, like you said. A lot of our success is that everybody does their job very well, and we can, even with the what you would call the weak links, even they can not hurt you so much when everybody else is playing at a high level. But I'm not gonna act like that we didn't have high level people playing, when it comes to Pete Werner and Kwan, because they were both starting caliber, and you can see that with the contract Kwan got, and with Pete Werner getting the trust from the Saints to be our starter. So yeah, we don't need the best or the top 5, the top 10, but we do need somebody who's very what I want to call it, very stout at that position and knows what to do, and isn't gonna cause us to have a hole in our defense.
The guard creation, I heard when Dolph mentioned Bostic, I think that was a hell of a pickup, man. I think Bostic was a hell of a pickup at linebacker.
And so, hey, everybody in the chat, this for everybody in the chat, everybody on the panel right now. Give me your top 5 linebackers right now that you think will make the squad. Everybody in the chat, give me your top 5 linebackers right now. I didn't gauge y'all my 6. So I'm gonna get y'all. Give me your 5 right now. Your top 5, the 5 you think this weekend will be a part of the 53. Give me your 5 right now in the chat, and I'm gonna put everybody's up, and we go compare them. There's one, but for some reason, family, I think y'all are underestimating how good of a player Caden Ellis is, and how the coaches love Caden Ellis, and they trust him. I'm telling you. And if Pete Werner is hurt, don't be surprised if it's Caden Ellis out there.
My question would be, if he was as talented as you're making it seem, why wouldn't he have gotten the start ahead of Pete Werner?
He's the starter when they're in their base defense.
Well, I just mean overall.
Pete Werner, why Quan Alexander not here?
Because he thought he wanted too much.
No, He not here because he want to back up P. Warner because P. Warner outplayed him.
Right.
Right. That's what I'm
and
saying.
Quan is better than Caden Ellis.
He evidently not on the team. He not.
Well, no, that's not the case. It's just when you got someone like Caden Ellis who's not demanding, more than what, $7 million, a year. Then
was it even the money that he was worried about? It was more that he wanted a chance to start.
Yeah, it was his role.
Yeah.
I think they could have negotiated money. I think he just wanted to start. He wanted to, he didn't
All
want
right,
to back
let's
up.
start.
At least
man.
that's what I read.
Start with let's go with David John. Let's look at David's list first. Davis got Davis, Werner, Bostic, Ellis, and Wilson. Okay. Rose City got Double D, Pete, Eric Wilson, John Bostic, and Ellis. Okay. Pretty similar.
That's exact same. So,
Yeah.
exact same right here too.
Davis, Ellis. I'm telling you, Ellis is on his team. All right. St. John, who you got? Davis, Werner, Wilson, Bostic, and Ellis. I'm telling you, the kid's a player. Let's go. Davis, Werner, Eric Wilson, Bostic, Kid, and Ellis. That's it. Let's see. Quan wanted to start. That was the difference right there. Quan wanted to start. But
so
as you can see,
who's the sixth guy between? I feel like everyone's
Andrew
pretty comfortable
Dowell
with the
Andrew
Dowell.
Dowell's
is
out. Nefi
Sewell.
Yeah. I can see both of them going on the. I can see them on the practice squad.
Yeah,
I don't know none of those.
I don't know why that name sounds familiar.
His brother. He has a brother.
Oh, yeah, his brother. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of then.
Yeah, his brother. What's he? He's an offensive lineman, I believe. His brother.
I think you're right. because that name sounds familiar.
Yeah,
but I
whose
didn't
name?
remember seeing him with the Saints, but I was like, I knew I've seen the name.
Nefi Sewell, the linebacker. His brother's in the league, already in the league. Man, he's pretty good too. Yeah, St. John, but it sucks we lost DeMarco Jackson.
Fact.
Matter of fact, that caused. I think that put a ripple effect until their plans at the linebacker position. I think they had big plans for this kid. You know what I'm saying? I really do. I think he was gonna be more than just on special teams. I thought they were looking to groom him as the possible future. Well, they still can to Demario Davis.
I just hope that these people like Ellis,
there you go. Yeah.
and
Thank you, David. Penny Sewell with Detroit. That's his brother. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, school. Okay, yeah. But yeah, I hope Eric Wilson and John Bostic and Caden Ellis. I do hope they can be something, but I'm not expecting much. They're gonna have to get out there and prove it. So,
I mean, like we talked about earlier. When we were talking about the Saints and offense. Controlling time possession. Hopefully, we don't need to see much of them anyway. Hopefully, we're not having to run through a bunch of defensive players throughout the game. We can get quick 3 and outs. Of course, it's going to happen in some games, but hopefully, we can just hold it down and save those guys. Because I mean, Demario Davis, he's up in age himself. He's still one of the premier athletes at linebacker. He's a top 5 player at his position. So hopefully we don't have to see we don't have to see many changes at all. Hopefully it can just be whoever's going to be the 2, and then
hopefully, man. But
something happens.
I don't know. We rely on linebackers a good bit. If we didn't rely on linebackers, I wouldn't be pressed.
Randy's got Davis, Ellis, Bostic, Werner, and Wilson. Go ahead, Zach.
Oh, I was gonna say. I mean, it's just got to come down and that's next man up, man. Y'all got to get ready for it, and that's the thing that. DA has said in the beginning of camp that he's really wanting to instill into this team. And, I talked about it a little bit last week where, Sean Payton, I felt like he got, he had been there for so long that like, it almost felt like he got comfortable with like certain players. Like we saw it, with Taysom, we saw it with,
God. Yes,
we saw with so many of them that he got comfortable, and DA is not playing that. He wants to see physicality. He wants to see heart, and he's not gonna you come in, you look soft, step on the field, he's not gonna play with you. He's not gonna get in his feelings.
Right.
You
but
can get off.
I want to say that next man up BS is BS. That's exactly what it is. Like,
it can't
man,
be
we were preaching that. We were preaching that last year. Next man up.
Well,
next man up. 9-8 fucking season, man. 9-8 season. Next man up, man. That shit don't cut it, bro. Every time.
God creation. Do injuries happen in the NFL?
Of course they do.
So if you're a backup, you're one player away from being a what?
A starter.
Okay.
Well, so what was your point though?
My point is you keep saying the backups don't matter. It got to be the starters. To me,
no, I'm not saying they don't matter. I just said that
if you're the second string linebacker, guard, quarterback, well, you're one player away from being a starter. So you have to prepare every week like you the starter. You have to be ready because your number will be called at
But there's a difference though. I'm not saying that they don't matter, but there's a difference between Michael Thomas and Marquez Callaway.
Yeah, that's a difference between them two.
Yeah, like you feel me? They were both starters. Michael Thomas was our starter in 2019, and last season Marquez Callaway was our starter.
By default.
It's not judging off of like talent. It's not saying like one's not better than the other. It's saying that whoever's got to come up's got to come up and show out and be the best thing they can be. They can't be lazy.
Yeah, they gotta play smart. They gotta be
ready. They gotta be able to study the playbook.
But it's not gonna happen though, because they not that guy. That's why. That's what I'm saying. They're not that guy for a reason.
Hold on.
Wait. When you say they're not that guy, man, first of all these guys are professionals, bro. And then the next thing is, and let's just say what you just said, Michael Thomas and Callaway.
Yeah.
We know that they're not the same, but as a coach, let's say Michael Thomas didn't play and you put Callaway. You find out what Callaway is good at, and you make the best of it for that game to make it work, man.
Yeah.
It's one game, one step. So he doesn't have to be as good as that person. It's just as a coach, you take him and you put him in a situation where you understand what he's best at, and then you use him in those situations, man. And it's it's just one game.
I agree with you, Coach. But my thing is, like I said, go back on last season. If you want to use the technicality of next man up and putting the people in our best situation, our best was 9-8. It was 9-8. It was 9-8 missing playoffs.
But the 9
and we lost to and as a matter of fact, we lost to a lot of people we shouldn't have. We shouldn't have lost to the Dolphins, but we got hurt.
But wait, when you say the 9-8, your 9-8 came off of injuries, man.
It did. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, coaches. You can say next man up, but as you got to be realistic and be like, we can only do so much with this player because they are not a Michael Thomas. They're not an Alvin Kamara. They're not a Jameis Winston. They're not a Josh Allen. I can put this person in the best situation possible, but I have to have realistic expectations and realize that, I can put them in the best situation, but the results may still be the same because that player is just not that guy. He's not it. Just like how DA can probably put Ian Book in his best situation. Hey, I can, you can go through a playbook, what you like, what's your favorite plays. But at the end of the day, he's only going to do so good.
I could take Ian Book and get 10 wins out of it. And I said that.
I'm sorry, Coach. I gotta disagree with maybe if we had a different schedule, but this schedule, I can't say that.
Ian Book with the starters?
No, of course we haven't seen Ian Book with the starters, but I don't need to see Ian Book with the starters because I know Ian Book's talent.
In college, how often was Ian Book under center?
I don't know. I didn't watch any of his college tape.
Not very, very seldom. He was mostly in the shotgun or the pistol formation at Notre Dame. So him getting the ball from under center is something new to him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's why he's not used to.
He simply just stepped back before he caught the ball.
Right.
Right.
He's pulling out. He was pulling out too early. If you're not used to something, I mean, he's growing. So like we were saying earlier, there's a chance if he clears waivers, I could see him definitely on the practice squad, like we were saying. And on Sundays, you don't have to carry the third quarterback because why? Because of Taysom Hill. Because Taysom could be that emergency quarterback. So now every week you got Andy Dalton backing up Jameis Winston. Jameis coming to sidelines. Now you got that veteran who can get in his ear and tell him like, hey, this is what I see. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Yeah.
But my point was just like,
all right, OG. Have a good night, my brother.
Yeah, you too, OG. Stay safe, man. OG. My point was just like, it's just like you can't, I can't expect a pawn piece to do the same thing a king can.
Why?
Why? Because it's unrealistic.
I mean, in chess, yeah, but we
I'm just talking about in life in general. And it sounds bad that I'm not saying that you can't always raise your standard and outperform people who are naturally better than you, but I'm gonna be honest, there are people that will always be better than you at something no matter how much you train for it, just because their talent is in that situation. Not saying you can't be better than them at some other things, but when it comes to a specific thing that they're amazing at, no matter how much you train, no matter how much you work your tail off, you will just unfortunately never be as better or as good as them.
All right, let's change it up for a minute. Let's go to defensive front. How many defensive Zach? How many defensive linemen you see us keeping?
Man, I just did like 2 weeks ago where we try to count out the roster and stuff like that. Man, off the top of my head, I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, I'd like to keep depth in every position, but like with being it's trying to find what it's trying to figure out what depth we need less, or like what talent we have more in. Like I'd like to see us keep more people at wide receiver. I'd like to see us keep more people at the secondary than I would at the defensive end. Like I'd probably be in the lower numbers of what a normal team would keep.
Okay.
Off the top of my head, I don't know. I don't know. What you think, Coach?
I agree with you, Zach. It's just basically, what do you want to keep more depth at? Do you want to go more receivers, less linemen, more linemen, less receivers? So, I mean, it just depends on, where their head is at with this, who they feel, they keep more depth with, and just the rest of them, put them out there and maybe you can get them back. But it just depends on what their thoughts are for what they want to keep more of. Do I want to keep more D linemen? So I mean, it just depends on.
Well, can I get? Well, I'm gonna give you 2 cuts right now. Taco Jordan cut, and I'm gonna tell you,
Taco.
What? He shouldn't even been signed.
I was kind of surprised you said that too. I mean, he played. I thought he looked decent last week. But I mean, that's second and third string.
Y'all say he looked decent because he got that 1 sack. Did you see how many times he lost containment when they kept running the same play? Did you see that?
If I want to be fair, I ain't watched the whole game. So
I'm just saying, man. Nah, man, Taco don't make this team.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't like a crazy one. I just was kind of
D tackle right now. I'm thinking maybe I know they just did an injury settlement with Jaleel Johnson, but I'm thinking maybe Albert Huggins, maybe they try to get him through and sign him back to the practice squad. And by the way, if Shy Tuttle don't have a good game Friday night and Malcolm Roach continues to play like he's been playing, Malcolm Roach is starting September 11th against the Atlanta Falcons.
Man, I think Roach already deserved it. Other than that,
me too.
The passer that was
which wasn't.
No,
we got. You can't give up on the side.
It was unnecessary.
Hold on, God. Go ahead, Zach.
I mean, the dude. I was saying. I mean, like in today's NFL, I mean, it definitely is. It was unnecessary. The play was already out. He pushed him, and the ball was already in the wide receiver's hand, basically. But other than that, that's the only mistake he's made all preseason. Like the dude has looked insane. He's worked after the ball's been passed. We saw him chase down a running back.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. That's the play coach was talking about.
Pressure on the coach several times. Like I think he already solidified that spot, man. Watching him was crazy, and I thought it was interesting. Interesting enough too. Whenever everybody was talking about how fights at training camp is bad for the team, but obviously it lit a fire underneath Roach's ass because after he got in the fight with Penning, that dude was just ready to rock and roll. And excuse me for my language, but
good. Since we're on the defensive line, so how would you feel if the Saints brought back Malcolm Brown? They've been trying to replace him since he left.
That's true.
Replace the piece you're missing with that same piece. I don't know, but is he the same player? Maybe there's a reason he was released. I don't know. Let's see. Marvin says,
what's the defensive lineman that you keep?
The defense, Cam's a lot. Davenport, Anyamata, Roach,
Turner,
Peyton Turner, to no Pagano. Now with Pagano, Turner, and Davenport, they can slide inside if you need them to. So it comes down to me. It's coming down to Street, Huggins. And right now, man, Shaw Tuttle, because like I said, I'm with you, Zach. I think Malcolm Roach has proven that he should be the starter, next to David Anyamata. You know what I'm saying? So right now, I think that final spots is down between Street, Huggins, and Shaw Tuttle, man. Because I think Shaw, as camp has went on, I think Shaw Tuttle's play has decreased, man. I don't think he's been steady. Roach has steady been coming on week after week, practice after practice, man. And I mean that, and I noticed that Green Bay game, man, from the first whistle on, he was a problem the whole game, man.
I want to see the kid Jackson play this Friday.
I think he'll get a lot of time, coach, and he's definitely gonna be on the practice squad. I'll be surprised if they don't. If he clears waiver, I definitely see him on the practice squad.
So I got a question.
Yes, sir.
So, could it just be that I don't know that he just looks better than Shaw right now? I mean,
no, he's playing better than him, man. That's what.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's playing better than him right now, but this is preseason.
All right, training camp. They see him every day at practice. And when the lights come on bright and the bullets flying for real, I mean, hey, Roach is showing up. He's putting good tape out there, man. He's putting good tape out there.
I'm not arguing that. He is. He definitely is.
Right now, man. Preseason. Tell me a play that Tuttle made. When did he even call his name?
That's a good question.
Yeah, same old can say I'll take Street, because Street is violent.
That's all about. I'll take Street.
Yeah, he's violent, man. So, hey, coach, you ready?
Let's go.
Hey, fam, y'all know what time it is. It's time for one of the best segments of the show. But before that, man, I want to shout out Tatum Mortuary Transport of Alexandria, Louisiana, and covering the Gulf South. Want to thank them for being loyal listeners and supporters. Again, that's Tatum Mortuary Transportation. They're there in your time of need. So, Coach, you know what time it is. It's time for
So tonight we're going to give a shout out to the late, great Sam Mills. Sam Mills was born June 3rd, 1959. Played 12 seasons in the National Football League. Played with the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. He's also played 3 seasons in the USFL with the Philadelphia Baltimore Stars and won 2 championships in 84 and 85 in the USFL. He was inducted into the Pro Hall of Fame in 2022, just recently this year. Sam Mills, first-time All-Pro, two-time second-team All-Pro, five-time Pro Bowler, George Hallis Award in 2004, three-time All-USFL, two-time USFL champion, USFL all-time team, Carolina Panthers Hall of Fame, Carolina Panthers retired as number 51, New Orleans Saints Hall of Famer, and the New Orleans Ring of Honor. So let's give a shout out to the late great Sam Mills, one of the Dawn Patrols, man.
Yes, sir. Great job as always, Coach. Appreciate that. Shout out to the 2022 Hall of Famer, the great linebacker, the little general, Sam Mills, the leader of one of the greatest linebacker groups ever.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, they were voted number one because they were. If you don't believe me, go Google them, YouTube them, watch them play.
Yeah, Sam Mills now.
Together, there was a problem.
Man, my dad used to tell me about the Dome Patrol growing up nonstop. He just tell me you never see it again. They were something special, man.
Who y'all think is better, Sam Mills or our boy Double D?
Sam Mills.
Who's Double D?
Mario Davis.
Oh no, Sam Mills, hands down, man.
Hands down, just like that. No.
Yeah, man.
Hey, man.
He was one of the smartest instinctive linebackers I ever saw, man. Just playing the game. And then his sidekick on that inside was Vaughn Johnson. And they said when he hit you, man, like all your teeth would feel like they were shouting out your mouth, bro.
Steve Young, the great Steve Young said, nobody ever hit me that hard before.
Yeah, man. He hit you in your whole body shake. Then you had Ricky on the outside with Swilling. Like, man, that was a hell of a combination of linebackers, bro.
And Pat Swilling won Defensive Player of the Year, I believe, twice.
Yeah.
And he's not even sniffed a ballot for the Hall of Fame, which is crazy, man. And with that being said, man, this is what I want. I'm talking to all Saints podcasters, everybody. Who That Nation. I'm talking to all the Who That Nation.
The jersey.
You already know where I'm going, Coach. It's a damn travesty for black or anybody to be out there wearing number 57. I don't see nobody out there with number 8 on. I don't see nobody out there with number 9 on. Who That Nation? We need to make it our priority this year to get number 57 retired. He meant too much to this team. He gave his heart and his soul to this team, and it's a damn shame that they just give his jersey to any random Tom or Harry that they bring in, that they know damn well not going to make the team. I could see if he gave it to Double D, and Double D would, out of respect, you know what I'm saying, as the team captain, captain of the defense and the leader, you know what I'm saying, as that dog. But no, they give it to anybody, man. And it's just a shame, man. So I'm starting a petition. I need all the Who That Nation. We need to go on Saints.com. We need to call them and everything. Look, we want Ricky Jackson's jersey number retired from. They don't got to put it up on the wall of fame, but we don't want nobody else wearing number 57. Just like you don't have. I don't see nobody out there with number 9 on. Hell, I don't see nobody out there with number 8 on.
Who's 8?
And the best season Archie Manning had, he was 8-8. The best thing he got going is his sons. Why the hell hit nobody wearing number 8? You know, and it's just facts, man. It's a shame, and it's a shame nobody talking about it. I'm gonna talk about it all year. Hey,
Dolph, I got a question.
Yes, sir.
So, how I personally feel is, I don't care for our team. I don't care what anybody's number is. Just don't wear number 9. That's the most important Saints player ever, and will always be like that until further notice. That's the only person that's at that caliber to where it's like, don't wear his number. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like, you know, he's the reason why the Saints are the Saints. So I out of respect for somebody, you know, obviously Sam Mills did his thing, and he was a great linebacker, our best linebacker, you know, in our franchise. He's not as important.
He wasn't the best linebacker in the franchise.
Or one of them.
57
he was. You know what I'm saying? He was one of them, but I just think he's, they're just not as important as number 9. Number 9 did way so much for this team for anybody to just be wearing his number. That's the only person that I feel like it would be disrespectful if you wear their number.
Are you talking about off the field? As far as off the field? Or you
no, I'm talking about on the field. I'm talking about everything.
Mm-hmm.
On the field, off the field, everything. There's as much as he did for the team.
I'm not saying that Drew Brees' jersey shouldn't be retired. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you have one of the greatest linebackers in the history of the National Football League. He has a yellow jacket. He's a Pro Football Hall of Famer. He's a Super Bowl champion. He's a multi-time All-Pro and Pro Bowler. He gave his heart and soul to this team. The man was in an accident, broke his jaw, got it wired shut, and was on the field that same Sunday playing. So, man, I'm telling you, when I talk about Ricky Jackson, man, this man deserves that, man. And also number 77. I don't know if anybody was 77. Willie Roaf, not a Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is. But I'm gonna keep pushing. My first goal is to get number 57, man, retire, man. I'm gonna take a few more in the chats, then we're gonna get out of here. St. Marcus says retire his jersey and hang it up on the dome. Thanks for the shout out, brother. We really appreciate. Oh man, nothing love. Let's see. Ricky Jackson, yeah, agreed. St. Marcus says they could retire number 87 as well. Man, you wrong for that, man. Like I said, we don't even mention that name on this show, man. Who's wearing 57? I haven't noticed, but I tweet when I see someone in 37. Yeah, I feel you. That block meant so much. If Drew Brees decided to come to New Orleans, it could have been an impossibility. We signed Dante Culpepper or draft Vince Young. Yeah, if the doctor wouldn't have filled him on that physical, exactly. That's what would have happened. But look at here, family. We about to get on out of here. It's been a great show. I want to thank St. Marcus. I want to thank Randy. I want to thank David Jones, Mr. David Jones. Thank you for coming in. I want to thank St. John the Butler, Marvin. Thank you for joining the family. Thank you for being here. Rose City, thank you, my brother, for being here. Let's see. Real Fan, thank you for being here, my brother. God of Creation, thank you for being here. Derek L, #1 Saints fan, thank you for being here. Anybody, I'm trying to get everybody, baby, because we appreciate all of you, man. We love what we do. We love spending time with you, man. And like I said, man, we gonna keep growing. And hey, man, like me and Coach, man, family, there's something that me and Coach, man, right? I'm gonna say we got a problem with y'all right now. We got a problem with y'all, family, because we keep telling y'all every week. Send us the name of the person or persons in the community that are doing good things to help out in the community. There has to be someone. No one's responding to this. We want to send them. We want to have them on. Matter of fact, I don't just want to have them a shout out. I want to send them an invitation to have them come on the show and speak about what they're doing in the community, to give them their moment, to let them know what they're doing is appreciated. So, man, like coach is always saying, man, y'all come on, man, send those names into Coach's email. Coach, give them the email again in the rundown, Coach.
Email again is coachrockfootballcamp@gmail.com. And just tell us about somebody. There's somebody out there doing some great things in your neighborhood, community, on the job, somewhere. We just want to give them a shot. We want to come on the show and kind of share their story with us. Again, that's coachrockfootballcamp@gmail.com.
Yeah, come on, family. Somebody out there in the community, even if it's somebody you heard, reach out to them, man. Let them know. Let the person who may know of someone. Let them know, man. And look, they ain't gotta be a Saint fan. They ain't gotta be a football fan. It's not about football. It's about human beings. About showing love to your fellow human being, to your fellow brother. That's what it's about, man. It's about love, man. Cause it takes love to love a person who you don't know, and to do things for a person you don't know. So love you, boy. So yeah, we definitely need that. Sean Payton is the reason the Saints are the Saints, because it wasn't for Sean, Breeze wouldn't be there. Yeah, because Sean got lost and he couldn't get him to the airport fast enough to get out the city. So Sean tell that story, man. But anyway, man, it's been a great show. And before we go, God creation, give you closing words, my brother.
I don't really have much to say. Just y'all enjoy y'all day, and y'all stay safe and keep doing y'all, and just keep reaching your goals, and wish the best of luck to everybody in their future endeavors, and hopefully our Saints can win that Lombardi, man, because all these other 31 teams trash. F them teams.
Hey, God crazy. God crazy. We win that bowl. I'm gonna be on here cussing with you, bro. I'm gonna act a fool, bro.
Hey, bro, I'm going streaking. I already said
it.
Y'all see a white boy running naked, don't worry about it, all right?
All right. Zay, what's your closing words, my brother? And first of all, brother, thank you for coming
Zach,
on the show, man.
Appreciate you, bro.
Showing us love, man. We really appreciate it, man. You already know you family, man. Anytime, brother.
Hey,
anytime.
Appreciate that, man. Yeah, hey, man, if y'all aren't subscribed over here at at Dolph's channel and Coach channel, y'all make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, man. This is such a great podcast, filled with nothing but great information, good sports talk, man, from everything and anything. So appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for having me on.
Yes, sir.
If y'all do want to find me, y'all can find me on YouTube at Real Fan Sports. We do a sports podcast where we cover all teams, not just Saints. But like I said, more importantly, Dolph, Coach, appreciate y'all for having me here, man. I hope y'all have a great night, and I'll hey, who that?
Who that, man? Who that, man? Thank you again.
All right, sir.
All right, man. Y'all have a good night, my brother. All right, let's see. Coach, what's your closing words, my brother?
Man, I just want to give a shout out to everybody out there who's struggling, everybody who's out there not being appreciated, every young kid that somebody's telling you can't be nothing or you never will be nothing, to everybody out there that's fighting the fight of life for the real thing. Man, keep your head up, God. Love you, man. Don't give up. Just keep pressing forward.
Right, and personally, man, it's never too late. Before I started this podcast, I had to talk with my wife about 3 weeks before, and I told her I always wanted to be a sportscaster, and I'm thinking about going to school. And she's like, "You're always on Q News podcasts, on Hoodie, watching Ross Jackson. Why don't you start your own?" And you know what? I went out there with the support of my wife and my family, man, and here I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm loving what I'm doing. I'm passionate about it. I got good people working with me. And what made it special was when Coach reached out to me, man. I mean, we from the same neighborhood. Coach knew me from a youngster coming all the way up. You know what I'm saying? So I know this man. I know his character. I know what kind of human being he is. And for everybody who has been watching us on this show, you see the love that this man has and he receives from people's lives that he have touched, man. There's a reason, because he's a good man. You know what I'm saying? So again, shout out to our brother, Professor 504212.
Love you, Professor. We love you, man.
Love you, my brother. Couldn't be here tonight with us, man, but he'll be back real soon, and we're gonna continue to hold it down. Family, we got some t-shirts coming that we go reveal within the next week or two to see how the family like it. Then we're gonna start having trivia question every week and giving away t-shirts. So like I said, we're doing good things over here. We're growing. We're gonna keep giving you real content, good content. Hey man, y'all make the show. We love to talk about the Saints. We love to talk about sports in general. And it's not just gonna be about the Saints.
Right.
If you've been following the channel, it's not just about the Saints all the time. We talk about real life. Professor wasn't here this week. Professor's giving you a free college course right now, man, on telecommunications. You know what I'm saying? So we want everybody to come back. Well, Friday is the game. So, Coach, how you are you down to do another watch party for this Friday?
I don't know if I could do the book thing, bro.
You don't know if you could do the book.
We might do a pregame, bro.
I think Jameis might play, Coach.
We might do the pregame and then come back after the game.
Appreciate you, real fan. Let's see. Man. Ron said, "Sub TK your channel, Zach." Okay.
Yeah, we might do it before and then come back and finish it out.
Yeah. So you want to do a pregame and a post game?
And a post game.
All right, so family, there it is. So they play at 7. So I guess what do our pregame 30 minutes before?
Yeah, we do it about 6:30.
Okay, so we'll do we'll have the pregame at 6:30,
and immediately right after the game.
Immediately after the game, we'll come on and we'll
chop it up.
The post game. We'll chop it up. Get y'all to come in, get your rapid responses. How you feel about
preseason?
And we close out, and we can focus on going up there and cooking us some pheasant, some dirty birds. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, see y'all at the start of I'm gonna go over there and check TG out for a minute too. So with that being said, family, I'm Dolph 17,
legendary Coach Rock,
and you've been rocking with the Keeping It Real Who Dat Sports Podcast. And like always, love and who dat?
Who dat?
We out.
We out, man.